Okay guys, sorry. Welcome back to my channel. My name is DeCaris and my channel is Living by Faith One Day at a Time. I'm so sorry. If you hear my dogs in the background barking, they're in a cage right now. So yeah, so this is part 2 of the video. So to speed it up, my client calls me and she's like, hey, we have a house for you and the business, and you can move in and you can do nails out of the business. So I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm like, Lord, you answered my prayers. You heard my prayers. You heard everything. Well, he really did it though. He provided for me. I moved back to my hometown, and not only do I move back to my hometown, the house that I get, the people that lived there before me had Psalms 91 across all of the doors. And Psalms 91 is what I was reading the whole time that I was in those hotels. God just kept bringing me back to Psalms 91. And then when I saw it on the doors, on all of the doors, the exits of the house, it was on the inside of the house, but all of them had Psalms 91 in a little piece of paper, and it was taped on the walls of the top of the door. And I'm like, Lord, like, this is signs, like, back and forth, like, this is from you. So I'm like, okay, so we move in the house and everything, and I go to the business and I go look in the business, I'm going through, and it was an okay business or whatever. I needed a little bit of work, so I put in my stuff or whatever, and I brought it back to life basically. But as I'm going in there, I'm just walking, because my business, well, where I would do nails at, is the first room, and it was the biggest room. But as you go further down the hallway, it's all these other rooms. So I had way more space than I needed, because I would never go back there. I didn't have any need to go use the other rooms. But as I'm just going back there and I'm looking, in one of the rooms, I find the scripture, and it's on a printed out piece of paper, and it literally says Psalms 91. And I just break down, and I'm just like, Lord, I thank you, because this is from you, for my house to have it, then for the business to have it. Like, I was just overjoyed, because that was just the beginning of my faith test. And God spoke to me. He showed me what I needed to do, like how I needed to believe and trust in him at all times, that he's my provider, and that I shouldn't be worried. Like, there's no reason to be worried about anything. Like, in the Bible it even says, be anxious for nothing. And during that process, I was so anxious, because I wanted to make sure that I had a place for me and my children. I wanted to make sure that everything was situated. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to worry about working. I wanted to have a job. I wanted to know where I was going to live, But what I realized is God slowed me all the way down. He slowed me down from everything. And while that happened, I was just so thankful in the end. Like, it all came together and it all worked for my good. So I just want to encourage the ones that God may be testing your faith level. He may be trying to pull something out of you. He might be doing something new in you. All I want to say is just trust the process. If he slows you down, it's him trying to get your attention. Him wanting you to be in his presence and get to know him, to have that relationship. And you hear people say that all the time, and you're just like, oh yeah, it goes in one ear out of the other, until God himself comes to you and slows you all the way down to the point where you have no choice but to trust and rely on him, because he will snatch everything that you thought that you could lean on, and you thought that it was providing for you, and you thought that it was, you know, your strength. Everything, he will snatch it away from you just so you can come to him and he can be your provider. So I just want to let you all know my faith walk. There's more videos coming. This is something that God has just been dealing with me about, these videos. And I will admit, I have been trying to run from it, because I don't like the camera. I don't like taking pictures. But I realized that this is not about me. This is about somebody else, or this is about you that's watching this video, to basically to have some encouragement and to let you know that God really does provide. He is a provider. So where he guides, he provides. So if he takes you off your job, or if he snatches something away from you, just know that he's going to give it back to you, and he's going to give it back to you as long as you're obedient to him. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in, and till we meet again. All right. Bye.